Every day, new technology emerges that promises to make our lives easier, more convenient. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of these innovations, but have we ever stopped to think about the darker side? These same technologies that simplify daily tasks can, in some cases, turn everything upside down. This is a story that happened to me 2 years ago, a time when everything seemed perfect until it wasn't. I had just moved with my wife, Natalie, and our son, Dylan, to a neighboring city for a job promotion. I went from being a run-of-the-mill programmer to the head of tech support, with 20 people under me, my own office, and a great salary. Life seemed to be falling into place. I even spent less time at work, which meant more family time, right? Well, that was the plan. Let me rewind for a moment. Natalie and I had been married for over 5 years at that point. We met in college, started dating shortly after, and a year after graduation we tied the knot. Our son Dylan came not long after. It was the kind of relationship everyone would envy. I loved her, she loved me, and we were a family. Natalie took some time off for maternity leave, but when my job was going well, we agreed she could do whatever she liked for fun. I could handle the bills just fine. Everything seemed perfect. But then something strange started happening. Sure, I had more time for them, but we started fighting constantly. We'd argue over the dumbest things, misunderstand each other, and bicker endlessly. Before, when I'd get home from work and share my day with Natalie, she'd listen and offer advice. But now, every conversation seemed to escalate, especially when it came to my female colleagues. Even though I gave her no reason to doubt me, she would get jealous. I'd call her during breaks, and every woman I worked with was married, but still it got worse over time. A year later, Natalie decided to start her own business in cosmetology. We bought a country house, started looking for a new car, and Dylan had started school. Felt like things were back on track. Natalie and I even seemed to reconnect a little. Then came the phone call from my boss. I had to go on a week-long trip with a couple of team members to set up a server at another branch. The trip was supposed to be quick and easy. Arrive, set up the server, and head home. We were welcomed warmly and offered drinks to unwind, but we politely declined and got straight to work. My guys were capable, so they handled all the tech work quickly, giving me some time to chat with the local management. The conversation eventually shifted to country houses, so I, of course, bragged a bit about our recent purchase. I mentioned how nice the location was, how it was a new development, and even how you could view my house online through a security camera monitoring the neighborhood entrance. I pulled out my laptop and within minutes, the feed from the security cam started loading. As soon as the image appeared, my heart sank. There it was, my car parked in my driveway. No one else knew I was away. I hadn't heard anything from Natalie about going to our country house. Why would she be there in the middle of the week? I immediately called her, but she didn't pick up. I tried again, and on the third try she answered, sounding distracted. "Hey babe, what's up? I'm at work right now, super busy. I can't really talk, I'll call you later." "Okay, bye." I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I called my mother-in-law, hoping to get some clarity. She said Natalie had brought Dylan to her for the week, telling her that our place was being renovated, and that I had taken time off. That's when the first few puzzle pieces fell into place. But it didn't calm me down. Why hadn't Natalie told me any of this? I spent the next couple of hours in a fog, dialing Natalie's number over and over, but she wouldn't pick up. By evening, my frustration was evident. The branch manager invited me out again, and this time I accepted. Let's just say I let off some steam. I didn't call my wife that night, but I did confide in my new drinking buddy, Nikolai, about my suspicions. His advice: "Dude, you're a good guy. Don't drive yourself nuts over this. Tomorrow let your guys handle the tech stuff and we'll grab a driver, some beer, and take a road trip to your country house." Sounded like a plan. The next morning, Nikolai showed up with everything we needed, and we hit the road. Every half hour I checked the security feed, and my car was still parked in the driveway. We finally made it to my country house after a long 6-hour drive, and sure enough, my car was exactly where it was supposed to be. Called Natalie one last time. "Nat, what's going on? You never called me back. Why are you avoiding me?" Her response was sharp. Babe, you're so funny. I left for work and then picked up Dylan. I'm buried in work right now. You're distracting me. Gotta go. That was it. My patience snapped. I stormed inside, and there she was, wrapped in a robe, holding a wine glass, with another man in her arms. 2 days of building tension plus the alcohol, and I completely lost it. The guy ended up with a bloody nose and bruises, and I wouldn't have been able to contain my rage without Nikolai there, who threw a vase of water on me to cool me down. The aftermath. I haven't spoken to Natalie since that day. I filed for divorce the minute I got back, and I'm fighting for custody of our son. The divorce is still in progress, and in the meantime, Nikolai keeps trying to set me up with his sister, but I'm not ready for that yet. Time will tell. This whole experience taught me something valuable. Technology that was meant to make life easier, from security cameras to instant communication, can also uncover truths that turn your world upside down.